Hello everybody, welcome back to Work Right Planner. My name is Erica. Thank you for being with me today. Today we are going to close out July's personal budget. So let's just jump in this and see how we did. So this is the allocated budget that I set up. You'll notice that my paychecks were a little bit higher for the most part than where I anticipated them being. So we've got some additions in black where I designated extra money to certain things. But otherwise, I followed the plan this month, which was really nice. I did have to reduce the debt snowball on this last paycheck because it was a penny smaller than it normally is, but that's completely okay. What we're going to do now is to flip back to this, and I've already kind of done this over to the side, that way you don't have to see me flopping back and forth, but we're going to total these up. So my actual income from job number 1 is $1,577.09, which gave me $52.65 more than what we had anticipated, which is awesome. Job number 2, this was the one where we get the extra paycheck, and that one was $503.72, which ended up being $113.72 more than what I was anticipating. And I ended up, there was no job or side hustle money. You all saw my business close out. It's disappointing, but not exactly surprising, given that it was my first month open, and figuring out Etsy can sometimes be a hot mess. So there's that. So I did have some random money come in. Our local healthcare provider sent me a refund check. I have no idea why, but I'm not going to look that gift horse in the mouth. So that was $166.13, and all of that was unanticipated. $66.13. Sorry, this coil is just in my space here. So that brings my total monthly income to $2,246.94. So thank God for his small miracles. Okay, $332.50 more than what we anticipated, which is awesome. That gave us the cushion that we needed for me to be able to absorb the bulk of the business deficit that I had. Anyway, so the mortgage was what it should have been. These were all just what they were. Let's see. The electric, I transferred the full $157.81. The natural gas, I transferred the full $26.30 into our bill account for it to get paid. The cell phone bill, the internet. Okay, the insurance is $66.19. This is what I actually spent in those categories, in addition to what was put into the cash envelope. So that was $454.15, which is an overage of $72.36. It was $14.69. Sinking funds. is $173.29, which is an overage of $18.46. I didn't decide to actually do the cash envelopes until halfway through the month. So, and the sinking funds are things that sometimes we have to pull from. So that's not necessarily bad there. This is not terrible considering I started the cash envelopes this month. Hopefully next month it'll look better. Okay, so Murray State got their $25. That was allotted. Kia got their $175. The credit card got $32.73. And of course, all of these came out. The bank fee, the accident, the car, and Canva all came out exactly as they should. The one questionable thing that I have left is the debt snowball. And that one $62.67 is what I ended up able to put toward the debt snowball. Not quite as much as I had hoped, especially given this kind of an excess on the plan, but that's okay. And that is an overage of $49.19. Okay, so that comes out to $1,121.64. This should come out to be a negative $140 and a penny. So let's do $981.63 minus 1121.64, and it does. So it's negative 140.01. So overall, let's see. Since all of these came out to be exactly right, then the difference between these two is actually how we ended up doing on the budget. So 332.5 minus 140.01. That was actually $192 to the good for my budget, even with, which this one we expected to overspend on. This one sometimes you have to pull from for certain things because that's the nature of what they are. So I don't feel real bad about it. I am blessed in certain ways by my personality. It makes it easy for me to follow a good plan, and that's why I love a budget so much. Do you always stick to the plan? No. This is just an outline for what you want to do, kind of like when you were writing assignments in school. You make your outline, but sometimes it doesn't end up that way. That's what the budget is. It's just a plan for your money. It's not something strict that you absolutely have to abide by. Anything can happen during a month and just derail certain things, and you just have to adjust. Certain things will go up, so other things have to go down. And you just revisit it and make the adjustments where you need to. But overall, it was a good budget and a good month. So I do want to revisit the sinking funds and the variable income for right now. We'll do the debt snowball. We'll touch up on that in October just because there's so much of it, and I don't know if you guys want to see that every month or just see, the quarterly progress on that. But you just let me know what works for you guys, and we will make that work. But let me get to my outline for these. Okay, so on the variable income, what ended up happening was I got my overtime on my first check and I applied it. And then it was just really bothering me that there was $602. I don't know if you can see that. Let me scoot this up. On the variable income, there was $602 needed before I could ever touch my debt snowball. And my income being what it is, I was never going to see $602. It just wasn't. So I talked to the fiance about it, and we had a leftover vacation fund from where we took vacation in 2019 that was still sitting out there, and it was a little over $600. Well, actually, the joint one was $500 and something, but I had a little bit left of my own. So we just decided, you know what? It's better to wipe this out than to, it's better to have Christmas. It's better to have our account back in the black than to have that money sitting there for a vacation that we're not likely to take anytime soon. So that's what we did. We pulled the money out of there and applied it to the balances here so that we could wipe this out and start with a clean slate. I'm back on the wagon with the cash envelopes and everything else. It just made sense. So that's what we did. So that's why that is all zeroed out, even though I don't have a $600 surplus in the income. And hopefully things stay pretty consistent and we can not have to worry about this as much going forward. Okay, so let's pull this back down where you can see the sinking funds. So we started for Amazon Prime. I started with $66. I added $11 this month, which brings my total to $77. For birthdays, I actually had to draw some money out. So I didn't add anything, but I did take out $46.33. If you all watched my plan with me, you saw how many birthdays there were in the month of July. I'm lucky that that's all I had to pull out. But thankfully, we had a surplus of money this month, so it made it to where I didn't really have to touch that very much. So 75, 62. I keep saying we because I'm talking to you guys and we're talking about the budget. It's really me. I had a surplus of income and only had to pull that out. But anyway, don't mind me. For car repairs, I didn't add or take away, so that is going to stay at $624.55. Christmas, I added what I had budgeted to add, and we paid off all of this at the bottom. So for Christmas, we've got $362.89, and that adds up to $743.78. License and taxes started at $116.16. I've got the money in my account, but I didn't transfer it to the fund, so that has not changed yet. $116.16 going forward. The Sam's membership started at $26.25. I did add my $3.75 to that, which brings my total to $30. And this will be the amount that it needs to be by the time my membership is due. That's how that's broken out into that $3.75. Okay, for supplements, I did not add or take away, so that's going to come over as $46.88. And then Makoko, which should have been up here, and that's why I got thrown off, started out at $11.44. I did not add or take away, so it is still $11.44. Now, in August, I will be placing an order for here, so I will be taking some of that money away. And hopefully, I don't know if you watched my plan with me for August 2nd, I have the opportunity to make some more money. I'm not sure if it's the right choice for me from a health aspect, but I have to really, really consider it. And as such, there's a possibility I might make more money. We shall see. Okay, so that means that I added 377.64. I took away 46.33. I really like when this number is larger than this one. I'm just saying. It's better to go up than to go down. Okay. The reason that I love using this calculator, I don't know if you all can make that out or not. It's got the total right here, $2,857.99. On a normal calculator, that number goes away. On this thing, it does not. So when I go down here, I can hold on to that number without messing my page up. And I can come over here and say, okay, 2526.68 plus 377.64 minus 46.33. And I can immediately see that the numbers match. So at this point, I know that this is correct. If they didn't match, something's wrong somewhere. But that leaves me with $2,857.99 in my sinking funds. So all of this money is considered earmarked. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have it until one of these things comes due. And that's just how I work. Like I said, I'm really good with a plan. That's how this money sits here without me adding to it on a regular. So if you can get yourself in that habit, it will definitely pay off. But okay, there you have it. That is as far as we're going to go for the month of July. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll be planning August soon.